So, all right, guys, can you hear me? Oh, that's good. So I'm quickly gonna go through with you guys. What you guys looking at is you're gonna be looking at some GB pairs. So of course, when we look at GB pairs, we always start with GPSD. That's our like first common pair because that actually tells us what's gonna happen in the market overall. So we could just gonna quickly look at GB pairs. I'm gonna go on a longer time frame, 4 hour time frame, which can give me a bit more better understanding and give us a bit more understanding of what's happening in the market. I always recommend if you are looking at the chart for the first time, any pair, go for a longer time frame. I mean, usually we look at 4 hour because we do not look at daily. Daily, only day we look at daily is Monday morning because that gives an overview of what happened last week. So it gives us an option like what can happen next few days in this week or the coming weeks. But usually we only look at 4 hours because that gives us enough overview of the market for us to really know where to enter the market and what to expect, because we're looking for scalp, we're not looking for any long-term trades. So in scalp trading, 4 hour gives you enough outlook of the market for us to really know what's happening. Can everyone hear me? One of the clients saying they can't hear me, but the mic seems to be working, so I'm sure you might need to. All right, guys, so let's carry on. So again, looking at 4 hours. So 4 hour, what happened is GP was a bearish trend today. We can clearly see it was falling, but then after retesting this 50 EMA support level, it went up. So you clearly see after testing this 50 EMA support level, it is gone up. And what could be seen right now is that it can go as high as previous high, which was yesterday's high of 1.3278. So by end of today's trading session for US, when the US session closes around 10 p.m. GMT, we could see GP as high as 1.73278. But that will only happen if GP breaks above. Let me go to a short time frame now to let you guys know if it breaks above this level. So it needs to break above this mini resistance level of 1.3248. So you can see this mini resistance here. It needs to break above this level for us to really show that, okay, now the price is ready to move up first, because once this level breaks, this is a heavy demand zone. So once the price breaks above this level, more and more buyers will come in the market, and it will most likely push the price upwards all the way there. We can clearly see on a short time frame as well, this price is making higher highs and higher lows and higher lows, which is also a strong indication of a price moving in a strong uptrend. Another indicator we also have is break above of 50 MA. So once the price breaks above a 50 MA resistance, that usually means that price is ready to move upwards. And let's go back in time. So you clearly see when the price breaks above, it keeps rising, and the price break below, it keeps dropping. So usually a 50 MA resistance breakout usually means that price is ready to move upwards. So that's our GP USD done. The next major pair in GP is mostly GP JPY. Let's go to again a longer time frame, as we said. So a longer time frame, we can clearly see that GP JPY is just ranging, really not doing anything for some time now. Since yesterday, it's just been ranging. So this could be a signal that the buyers are waiting to push the price upwards, or buyers or sellers are equal in the market for now, and none of them are winning the battle of the price. So what's happening is, maybe sellers are ready to sell, but buyers are ready to buy as well. So that's why both buyers and sellers are waiting to really see what's happening in the market. One of the main reasons this is happening is because of Brexit. So Brexit deal is, Brexit news. It hasn't come out yet. If there's a deal, if there's a no deal, GP most likely will plummet very strongly. Against GPSD will plummet and GPJPY plummet. But if the news is good, and that's something what investors were looking for, in terms of it goes into something that's the support, what will happen is GP will fly, guys. GP could easily fly 100 to 200 pips on the positive Brexit news. Like you can see something like this, GP JPY on 9th of November, when GP flew nearly all the way from 1.3616 to 1.38, about 200 pips. That could happen again if the news is positive and it goes in favor of GP JPY. So again, guys, that's the outlook for GBP pairs. One more GBP pair I'll cover. Usually we don't really go through that pair as much as GPJPY and GP CAD is GPJPY and GPSD is GP CAD. GP CAD is quite a slow moving pair, but the only thing is once it starts moving, it does move a lot. So currently on a purely technical analysis basis, we can clearly see that there's a let me just quickly get a tool here. I'm quickly going to draw a trend channel here. That's a trend channel support. We can clearly see that. I'm going to draw a trend channel resistance here. So we can see a trend channel resistance here, guys. So what does this mean? So we can clearly see that price is between this channel. You can clearly see the price is moving in a channel. So up and down. So when this is a trend channel support. So whenever price reaches this level, it rises. And as soon as it reaches the resistance part of this level, it drops. So right now, today, price tested this trend channel support level. You can clearly see that, and it's been rising. So overall, we do think that GBP CAD could be moving upwards. But if I go to a short time frame, I see I can't enter trade as of yet. Why is that? Because we can clearly see that price is well below 50 MA. So for us to enter the market as a buy, we need to see a breakout of 50 MA on a short time frame. On longer time frame, we can clearly see that price is going to go upwards. But as a scalper, you can't take trades on 4 hours. 4 hours is only there to provide you an overview of the market, to show you what's going to happen in the market when the Brexit what's going to happen in the market in a long term. But if you want to take a trade as a scalper, you need to go back to a short time frame, which is 15 minutes. And 15 minutes, we can clearly see that if I enter the trade right now as a buy, I'm mostly going to get stopped out because this price could easily move downwards as well. But for me to really show that price will go upwards, it's for me to it would give me some confidence that I could enter this trade as a buy. It's for me to see a price breakout of this 50 MA resistance and a close above this 50 MA resistance. Then yes, that could be enough good confirmation for us to enter the market as a buy for GBP CAD. Somebody asked the question, where's the Brexit news? So Brexit news should be coming out anytime. We might see Brexit news coming over the weekend, or we might see Brexit news coming by the end of next week. But again, that's why market is so quiet in terms of few days because of this Brexit news. But most likely when the Brexit news comes out finally, when Britain knows what's really happening with EU and all this Brexit issue, then GP will really be moving upwards or downwards. One way or another, it will start moving, and quite strongly at that. So guys, that's all our GP pairs we were looking at. Next thing we're going to look at is gold quickly. So let's quickly go on gold. As I've been saying on gold for quite a long time now, I think gold is definitely at 1900 mark. Soon it will definitely reach 1900 by end of this year. Why do I think that? Because there's no way gold could close below 1800, around 1800 mark, when there's so much happen in this year. So for gold to be really gold to really move downwards below 1848 mark, which is a very strong support level, guys. If I just zoom out, price hasn't been this low for quite a long time. The last time it was this low was on 28th September. Then before that was in July. So we can clearly see this is a very, very strong support level. And for gold to break this below the support level, it needs a major news. I do not think there's anything major in the market left that could move gold lower, unless there's a news comes out that every country has found a vaccine and they have started distributing the vaccine, and most of the population is coronavirus free. If that news comes out, then gold will plummet another 60-70 points easily, maybe even more. It could plummet 100 points or so. That's possibility if the news comes out that vaccine is working. So we're gonna quickly see. But what would happen if, for example, a lot of countries are seeing crazy coronavirus cases rising. So in UK, they might extend the lockdown from 2nd December to further notice. In US, there might be a second lockdown, which they are saying they have to have a second lockdown. So what would happen if that news comes out? If that news comes out, guys, you will see gold rise. Gold will rise on that news, but that's a negative sentiment, and gold is a risk of hedge pair, which people hedge against a currency. So what happens is, if currency goes down, they usually start putting their money in gold. So what will happen is, if there's a second lockdown, dollar will fall and stocks will fall. And the stocks are falling and dollars are falling, there's only one place the money goes to, is gold. So when those two pairs start falling, we will see gold rising, and gold could rise, guys, on that negative sentiment all the way up to 1900, or even as high as 1931s, or even as high as 1961, which was about 10 days ago. So keeping a close eye how gold really moves, guys. But keep in mind, guys, gold is a very strong support level. So any momentum from here upwards will be a very strong momentum. That's what we're trying to look at. I'm very strongly bullish biased on gold for now. I do not think gold really and truly will break below 1848 level. But if it does break 1848 level, guys, let me tell you where the next stop is. If I just zoom out, the next stop is all the way as 1813. That's about wow, that's a quite a big drop, guys. About 30 or 33 or 34 pips, and that's a very big drop. For me, for that to happen, I need to hear big news, but I do not expect gold to do that. I expect from here on out gold to really go up, because this is a very strong support level, and buyers are most likely are looking to buy it from here, but they're just waiting for the market, waiting for something positive or negative come out into the market before they can enter gold as a buyer. All right, guys, that will be it for this. For the pairs, we looked at quite a few pairs. We looked at GP pairs and we looked at gold pairs. Now we just want to talk about how MACD is used. And MACD is basically a simple indicator that tells you, that basically uses a crossover technology. So when a certain EMA, because it has two EMA, MACD only has two EMA. One is a longer term EMA, one is a short term EMA. So longer term EMA is in blue, and short-term EMA is in blue, and longer-term EMA is in yellow. So what happens is, let's just zoom out, because as you can see, there's hardly any momentum on gold. So MACD is not working. So MACD is a momentum indicator. That's another thing you guys found out today. So if there's a momentum in the market, MACD is really good for you. But if there's no momentum, market is ranging, the MACD will really help you out. So let's go to GPSD. It'll be easier. Yes, GPSD is better for us to look at. So we can clearly see that when a blue line crosses above yellow line, which is around somewhere around here, we can clearly see that it means there's a bullish trend. That means the price is going to move upwards. That means the momentum is going upwards. That means that there are more buyers in the market than sellers. And when the price crosses below, for example, somewhere around here, when the price crosses below, somewhere around here, the blue line crossed below the yellow line, it shows that the bearish momentum, sellers in the market, and price is going to go down. It means a downtrend. And that's exactly what happened. But over here, we saw some kind of a range momentum. So we can clearly see that there was no momentum at all. Price was just overlapping up and down. Both lines were just overlapping. No real momentum up or down. So now, what we're looking at, we can see that price has crossed below this level, but we can see that this could mean two things. This could mean that this could be a new downward momentum, but for us to be really confirmed that it's a downward momentum, we need to see a price close below this 50 MA. Again, you cannot use MACD on its own. So if you're just going to buy when the blue line crosses above the yellow line, then you're most likely going to lose the trade. You have to see all time frames properly. You have to analyze the charts properly. You have to use MACD. So for example, in 4 hour, I could see that price is dropping below. So now I have to see where could I be my entries. So I'll go to short time frame, which is 15 minutes, and I quickly just zoom out, and I see that, okay, for me to enter as a sell, I need to see a price close below this 50 MA. If the price doesn't close below this 50 MA, that doesn't mean I can sell I cannot sell this pair, because what will happen is, if I sell it now, most likely I will get caught up, because it could just keep going up. So I need to see a breakout below this 50 MA support level and a close below this 50 MA support level for us to really enter the market as a sell. So it's a basic indicator, guys. Not that complicated, but only thing is, if you can use it properly with the technical analysis or EMAs, it will be really, really helpful for you. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us. Again, if you have any questions right now, you can ask me now, as this is a question and answer session. And any other pair that you want to look at, or anything else that you want to look at, you can let me know now. Some USD CHF. So we're quickly gonna look at USD CHF. So USD CHF currently, let's go to a longer time frame. It'll be easier to understand. So USD CHF on a longer time frame, it's just testing this 50 EMA support level. You can clearly see here, currently price above, below this level, but we have to see this 3 hour candle close on a 4 hour time frame for us to really know where the market is really moving, because it hasn't been really moving at all, to be honest. You can clearly see it's just been going sideways, so we can't really tell whether USD CHF is going to move. So on a longer time frame, we need to see a candle close. So when this candle closes in about 3 hours, 22 minutes, then if the candle, let's say if the candle closes above this level, that means it's most likely going to go upwards. But if the candle closes below this level, it means that it's most likely going to go downwards. Then we will go to a short time frame and we will look for entry. So we still have to wait for a 3 hour candle close for us to really know where USD CHF could be moving. Do I expect most likely it could consolidate tomorrow as well, because tomorrow is the last day of the trading week. And again, I do not expect any kind of news. Let me just go to news tomorrow. Let's see what kind of news we have tomorrow. So nothing major for dollar tomorrow. We can clearly see that there's hardly any news for dollar. So I do not expect, gold to be really we might see gold moving 5 or 6 points up or down, but that's it. There won't be no crazy momentum like 10, 20 points momentum upwards or downwards. So I do expect gold to consolidate this week. next week, I'm expecting a really, really high momentum in all the pairs across the board, because we will see a lot of news coming out next week. And if there's a Brexit news over the weekend, then yes, market will be much more volatile compared to this week. All right, guys, thank you so much for all your questions and for joining us at this Zoom call. Again, if you enjoyed it, please, if you have any questions, you can always ask us even after the Zoom call, and we'll be more than happy to help you. Thank you guys so much.